The Seven Dials Mystery, Chapter 7. Finding Bill was easy. The next morning, Bundle drove to town, this time with no problems, and called him. Bill answered right away and suggested they have lunch, tea, dinner, or go dancing. Bundle said no to all of his ideas. "In a day or two, I'll come and have fun with you, Bill, but right now I'm here for work." "Oh," said Bill, "how boring." "It's not that kind of work," said Bundle. "It's anything but boring. Bill, do you know someone named Jimmy Thesiger?" "Of course. So do you." "No, I don't," said Bundle. "Yes, you do. You must. Everyone knows old Jimmy." "Sorry. For once, I guess I'm not everyone." "Oh, but you must know Jimmy. He's a guy with a pink face. He looks a little silly, but he's actually as smart as I am." "You don't say," said Bundle. "He must feel a little heavy when he walks around." "Was that a joke?" It was a bad try at one. "What does Jimmy Thesiger do for a job?" "What do you mean, what does he do?" "Does working at the Foreign Office stop you from understanding English?" "Oh, I see. You mean, does he have a job?" "No, he just hangs out. Why should he do anything?" "So he has more money than brains." "Oh, I wouldn't say that. I just told you he has more brains than you'd think." Bundle was quiet. She felt more and more unsure. This rich young man did not seem like a very useful helper. And yet, his was the first name the dying man had said. Bill's voice suddenly came in at the perfect moment. Ronnie always thought a lot about his own smartness. You know, Ronnie Devereaux? Thesiger was his best friend. "Ronnie." Bundle stopped, unsure. It was clear that Bill didn't know about Ronnie's death. It suddenly seemed strange to Bundle that the morning newspapers had said nothing about the tragedy. This was the kind of exciting news that would never be ignored. There could only be one reason. The police were keeping it a secret for their own reasons. Bill's voice continued. "I haven't seen Ronnie in a long time. Not since that weekend at your house. You know, when poor old Jerry Wade died." He paused, then went on. "That whole situation was pretty terrible. I guess you've heard about it." "Hey, Bundle, are you still there?" "Of course I'm here." "Well, you haven't said anything for a while. I thought you had left." "No, I was just thinking about something. Should she tell Bill about Ronnie's death?" She decided against it. It wasn't something to say over the phone, but she knew she had to meet with Bill soon. In the meantime, "Bill? Hello? I might have dinner with you tomorrow night." "Good, and we'll go dancing after. I have a lot to talk to you about. Actually, I've had some really bad luck." "Terrible luck." "Well, tell me about it tomorrow," Bundle said, stopping him a little unkindly. "For now, what is Jimmy Thesiger's address?" "Jimmy Thesiger?" "That's what I said. He has a place in German Street. Do I mean German Street or the other one? Use that smart brain of yours to remember." "Yes, German Street. Wait a minute, and I'll give you the number." There was a pause. "Are you still there?" "I'm always here." Well, you never know with these annoying phones. "The number is 103. Got it?" 103. Thank you, Bill. "Yes, but I mean, why do you want it? You said you didn't know him." "I don't, but I will in half an hour." "You're going to his place?" "Exactly, Sherlock." "Yes, but I mean, for one thing, he won't be awake yet." "Won't be awake?" "I don't think so. I mean, who would be if they didn't have to? Look at it that way. You have no idea how hard it is for me to get here at 11 every morning, and the fuss Cotters makes if I am late is just terrible. You have no idea, Bundle, what a miserable life this is." "You can tell me all about it tomorrow night," Bundle said quickly. She hung up the phone and thought about the situation. First, she looked at the clock. It was 25 minutes to 12. Even though Bill knew his friend's habits, she believed that Mr. Thesiger would be ready for visitors by now. She took a taxi to 103 German Street. The door was opened by a perfect example of a retired gentleman's servant. His face was polite and showed no emotion. He was the type of person you could find everywhere in that part of London. "Will you come this way, madam?"
He led her upstairs to a very comfortable sitting room with huge leather chairs. Another girl, who was younger than Bundle, was sitting in one of the chairs. She was a small, fair-haired girl wearing a black dress. "What name shall I say, madam?"
"I won't give my name," Bundle said. "I just need to see Mr. Thesiger about something important." The serious man bowed and left, quietly closing the door behind him. There was a moment of silence. "It's a nice morning," the fair-haired girl said shyly. "It is a very nice morning," Bundle agreed. There was another pause. "I drove up from the country this morning," Bundle said, starting the conversation again. "And I thought it was going to be one of those terrible fogs, but it wasn't." "No," the other girl said. "It wasn't." She added, "I came up from the country too." Bundle looked at her more closely. She was a little annoyed to find another person there. Bundle was a very energetic person who liked to get on with things. She knew she would have to get rid of the other visitor before she could talk about her own business. It was not something she could discuss in front of a stranger. Now, as she looked more closely, a strange thought came to her mind. Could it be? Yes, the girl was dressed in all black, which showed she was in deep mourning. It was a guess, but Bundle was sure she was right. She took a deep breath. "Listen," she said, "are you by any chance Lorraine Wade?" Lorraine's eyes went wide. "Yes, I am. How did you know? We've never met before, have we?"
"I wrote to you yesterday, though. I'm Bundle Brent." "It was so kind of you to send me Jerry's letter," said Lorraine. "I've written to thank you. I never expected to see you here." "I'll tell you why I'm here," said Bundle. "Did you know Ronnie Devereaux?" Lorraine nodded. "He came over the day that Jerry, you know. And he has been to see me a few times since. He was one of Jerry's best friends." "I know. Well, he's dead." Lorraine's mouth opened in surprise. "Dead? But he always seemed so healthy." Bundle told her what happened the day before as quickly as possible. A look of fear and horror appeared on Lorraine's face. "Then it is true! It is true!" "What's true, Lorraine?" "What I've thought. What I've been thinking for weeks. Jerry didn't die a natural death. He was killed." "You've thought that?" "Yes. Jerry would never have taken sleeping pills." She gave a small, sad laugh. "He slept way too well to need them. I always thought it was strange. And he thought so too. I know he did." "Who?" "Ronnie. And now this happens. Now he's been killed too." She paused, then continued. "That's why I came today. That letter of Jerry's you sent me, as soon as I read it, I tried to get in touch with Ronnie, but they said he was away.
So I thought I'd come and see Jimmy. He was Ronnie's other great friend. I thought maybe he would tell me what I should do." "You mean," Bundle paused, "about 7 dials?" Lorraine nodded. "You see," she started to say, but at that moment Jimmy Thesiger came into the room,